Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube video. This is my first video, which I'm excited about. My name is Maria, and I wanted to go ahead and start a YouTube channel just to get, videos out there, do something while everybody is pretty much stuck at home. And I know that that can sometimes be a bummer considering that we cannot leave the house whatsoever. Thank you, Corona. Thank you. Anyways, so my name is Maria. I'm 35 years old. I live in Miami, and I am a realtor slash phlebotomist. And I've been in the medical field for over more than 10 years, which I'm done. That's why I ended up becoming a realtor, and I love it. The only thing that it sucks because right now it's kind of like really slow for us. So, you know, I figured might as well just do something, and what better way than to be productive than to start a YouTube channel. So anyways, guys, I want to, thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for being able to take the time to watch my video today, and hope you guys like it. Um, let's get, to the convos that the topics that I want to talk about today. So just so you guys know, I want to go ahead and make a broad range of videos just to target anybody and everybody anywhere at any time. My videos I don't want to do is particularly to just one type of group of people, like whether it's young or old, or gamers or musician. I want this to be where I can connect with everybody in general. I think one of the things that humanity lacks at nowadays is being able to communicate one with another. So pretty much I can talk about anything and everything you put on the table. So make sure to comment below, and don't forget to like this video also. That would be very grateful. Um, Another thing I wanted to talk about is pretty much the reason why we're all in lockdown. As we all know, this is crazy. We're going now possibly into 3 weeks of being in lockdown. And as you guys, most of you guys that have kids, you're having to have your kids at home. It kind of sucks because, you're having to pretty much multiply yourself and divide yourself within cooking and helping out in the house, helping out the kids, doing whatever it is that you have to do. Plus, some are actually even going out and working, which that's great news for those who actually can go out and work, because let's face it, bills are always going to continue piling up, whether you're home or whether you're out in the street. So, with that said, pretty much I've been trying to handle it as much as I can. I'm working at the hospital here and there, picking up a few shifts, doing what I can, whether it's overnight, during the day as a phlebotomist. And then during my day that I'm home, I'm pretty much on top of my kids, making sure that they do their assignments, that they go ahead and check in with their teachers, because online now, everything is online for the kids, which I am so happy about, because, you know, I think that's the best idea that they could have had and the best decision that they could have made, at least for the time being. I don't know what next year is going to happen, with school, but for right now, I really like the fact that the kids are home. I think it's a less of a hassle on some parents when they have to be the one to get bus drivers or get somebody to take their kids to school. This way they're actually in the comfort of their home. They don't have to wake up so early. They can go ahead and have a home, cooked breakfast, and then they get right to getting on the computer, doing their assignments throughout the day. And once they're done, that's it. It's free time for them. A lot of things that we've been doing with the kids is that we've been going on walks in the afternoons. Um, I'm really into fitness. But for the last 2 years, I wasn't into fitness. I stopped completely just because I was prepping for a competition and I got really sick. My hormones, everything just went out of whack. I became anemic. From what they had told me, the amount of calories that they calculated with the amount of workouts that I was doing was just too much for my body to handle. So I ended up getting really sick and I kind of just stopped and I took a break from everything, and eventually I'll get back into it. But right now I'm actually just enjoying the fact that, I can kind of eat, what I want when I want, not to the extreme, but indulging in the things that I like. Eat ice cream and chocolate. I know for some of you guys, you're probably freaking out like, oh my God, that's the worst. But it is what it is. We are all humans. We don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. So we might as well enjoy life the best way that we can, the respectful way, and just do what we like to do. Enjoy life for us, with the ones we love, with the ones we care about, with the ones we actually want to spend life with. You know, Being unhappy is super uncool. Nobody wants to be in a job. Nobody wants to be in a relationship. Nobody wants to be in a situation in general where they're just truly unhappy. And sometimes we have to see life in the way that we are put in situations where we have to make decisions. Sometimes they're hard, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just very easy, but just make decisions that at the end of the day, when we lay our heads on the pillow, we are actually happy with what we've done in today. So, that's pretty much that. So I'm really happy that the kids are home. Um, I've always been a very hard worker. I still consider myself to be a very hard worker. So therefore, I don't, you know, my kids, I've always had to take them to school, drop them off maybe 6:30 in the morning, get to work, and then come home. By the time I used to come home, that I would go to the gym and stuff like that, I would get home at 7 o'clock at night. I would cook dinner for them and spend just a little bit of time. And sometimes there was points in my life when I have like two and three jobs, and it was so chaotic. Like I ended up burning myself out. So I know that everybody says, oh, you got to work hard, you got to work hard. But, you know, somebody that I love very much told me, and it's always stuck with me, I said, it's not about working harder, it's working smarter. And it's true. You know, Obviously, what's the point of having two or three jobs if you're going to sit there and just blow the money, when you have free time? You might as well have one job, minimize your bills, and instead of spending money out in the street, then you just go ahead and save your money for future, trips and things like that, something of value. Um, so yeah, again, it is what it is. Let's get down to the topic of hospital. With this whole situation of the virus going on, it's very sad because I see it with my own eyes at the hospital. Um, it really sucks the fact that there are families out there who have their family members in the hospital intubated and they cannot even see them. They can't see them. They can't be near them. Most of the hospitals don't even have visitations anymore just to prevent people spreading the virus itself. Because at the end of the day, we really don't know who has it and who's carrying it. And there's even people out there who may have it and not even realize that they have it. And then there's those who are actually going out there knowing that they have it and just continue spreading it. So I do believe that people should stay in the house. I do believe that people should really, be careful of what they do and who they come around, because remember, you can only control yourself, but you cannot control others. You don't know where other people have been. You don't know what other people have touched or who they've came across. You only have control of yourself, and those that live with you, knowing where they are at. I give a lot of props to, people in the health field, um, in the healthcare field, but also I give a lot of props to those who are going out and working, that their companies are still open. I know a lot of the people are really wanting to just be home and be safe and be with their family, but you know, I just mentioned a couple of minutes ago, the bills keep piling up, and we're not trying to sit there and put ourselves in situations where we're just going to continue struggling. The best way to do things is financially stable. Save every penny that you can, because it seems like this is just getting worse. I mean, take a look at the stores. You go to the stores and there's like nothing. Trucks are not coming in as often as they used to. Merchandise is like, by the time they put it up on the shelf, it's like, it's chaotic how people just come in and they're fighting over it, and they're taking the toilet paper. Like, really, I'm really happy that some stores, like Aldi's is one of the stores that sits there, and they limit everything to two. you know um two supplies of whatever you can get. Canned goods are like four. I love the idea that they're allowing the older, you know people coming in, and instead of these young bucks, that come in and just stock up on everything. And for what? So I do like the fact that stores are actually allowing 65 and older or something like that to come in at least an hour before. But again, it sucks. Some of these trucks are not even coming in because the companies are just running out of supplies, and then they're cutting out hours on these truckers and these employees. And just think about how much you guys use in the house of the supplies that you guys buy. Just try to you know save it as much as you can. Help out other people. Try and help out. I've reached out to friends of mine, people that I've worked with, that I've asked, hey, you guys need any help? Do you guys need me to go get groceries for you? Whether it's family member, friends. you know this is a situation that we're in where we have to really realize that at the end of the day, we have to help each other out, not sit there and be, crazy going to the store and stacking up on everything. And who cares about the next person that comes into the store and needs it? Think about that. Maybe that person needs it more than you do. Maybe you can go one more day with, like, you know, just one item of something. Maybe you can hold off until tomorrow. So just take things like that into consideration. There's a lot of people out there that have to depend on nurses and case workers to do the errands for them because they don't have a car. They don't drive. They can't get to the stores. So just really think about that, people. Again, at the end of the day, we all have to be safe. We all have to be united, and we have to just do the best that we can, for ourselves and for others. um Another thing I wanted to talk about is pretty much, myself being in real estate. you know I love the industry, don't get me wrong. I went into it, and I am so grateful that I changed my career. But I mean, that's something that's really slow right now. So, which is why I'm going, I took the initiative of making YouTube videos. Some way, somehow be productive, touch people's lives some way, somehow communicate with somebody. And again, I want to just go ahead and reach out to everybody in the world, not just people that are into fitness. I don't want to touch people who are makeup artists. I want to touch everybody. I want to be able to communicate with everybody. This is where we're all human at the end of the day, and we're all on this together some way, somehow. So I'm open for any discussion, so feel free to just comment below. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know what you want me to answer, what you want me to talk about, and I really appreciate you guys taking the opportunity to watch my video. And, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the little button below, and just get alerted whenever I put something up, the same way that I follow other people. And I'm always up to date with everything, what everybody's doing, what everybody's up to. I'm very social. I'm a social butterfly. The only thing is, of course, I tend to be a little shy just like everybody else, but it's fine. Anyways, thank you so much for following me. If you do, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me. And hope you liked my video. Hope you subscribe, and I hope to continue to be able to do this. I promise you, I will get better at doing these videos. Eventually, I'll be able to edit. Eventually, I'll be able to get like become a pro at this. That is my ultimate goal. So, anyways, thank you guys. Love you. Be safe. Enjoy, and have a wonderful week.